we've seen the same thing in Melee, right? Where the European players like Armada and Leffen, they were very, very good in Europe, but they didn't break out into that next level until they started coming to the US and then bringing that skill level back home. And then again, iron sharpens iron, right? If your region levels up, they start challenging you more, you're going to get better. And of course, your whole region is.
Yeah, I do want to talk about Tarik a little bit. I believe like he actually just started traveling to compete within this year, 2023. So like the rate of improvement, he's told me, has been substantial thanks to traveling out to more events and stuff like that. So if you guys are ever on the fence to coming out to events, like, hey, there's so many big ones coming up. Make sure you get out there and really level up your game.
It's true, man. I see a lot of stoop kids who are afraid to leave their stoop and kind of go to a tournament and get humbled. I'll be real. I thought I knew I was some hot ass at my first tournament, right? And I was, rightfully so. But you just keep going, you keep showing up, and there's something to be said about playing against other tournament level players.
Yeah.
Especially when you travel as well, right? And you don't even have to necessarily get on a plane and travel, maybe do some carpools and stuff like that, but making sure that your tournament experiences aren't always with the same group of people, I think is very important, because you want to be really strong at adapting. And I mean, Gluto, one of the strongest, if not the strongest player at adapting, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, good damage there for Tarik. Good step back. I love that cross up there for that Nair. Going to find an opportunity here, dash attack. Not going to be able to get it smart, though. Trying to get that up smash, trying to close the stock early and start some kind of lead.
Almost in that perfect spacing where he could have caught the roll out or the neutral get up with that up smash. Not necessarily the sweet spot, but still. Tarik holding on right now.
Monster.
Oh, beautiful tech coming out from Tarik.
Yeah, if he didn't hit that tech, he was for sure dead.
Yeah, Gluto is just always so phenomenal on these intentional footstools, right? In his edge guarding. I mean, he's one of the best to do it, man, honestly, on a consistent base.
Oh, using the Hydro Pump against the bike, that's so important against Gluto. Gluto almost feels like the main force of his neutral comes from the bike, right?
And definitely is ledge trapping. You have to deal with that coming down, and then you have to deal with Wario right there to punish whatever option you picked around it. Hold on, though, the reversal. Yeah, back air. Gonna seal the deal on that first stock.
Yeah, good drift there by Tarik. Gonna move on forward at 145, though. So, yeah, straight hit will kill, as seen. And so now we're back to 2 stocks apiece.
And a full wop for Gluto ready to go.
Both these players are so nimble, too. You can see how they weave in and out. The neutral is always so fun to watch between these two players. Gluto, of course, very exceptional in the air. But Tarik actually is doing a good job, like, air-to-airing Glutonny when he can.
Drag down, jab block.
Oh, too much jabs, though.
Yeah.
You have to go for one because the other one just pushed them off the stage there. And, I mean, to optimize damage, you want to go for 2, but sometimes you don't have the space for it, right?
Yeah. Oh, good catch. She's going to go for double jump fair, though. Not any big damage. But we're getting closer to that time, man. That waft is in the building.
It's ready to roll.
Yes,
see if Gluto will opt to use it here on the second stock. Maybe if it gets a juicy up tilt or up landing up air. Main combo starters here for at least the 2-piece waft combos, right?
Tarik just content to back up and let Gluto come to him. Small percent lead, and of course you don't run the risk of getting wafted from all the way across the stage. But the second you get near this man, so hard to jump in on Gluto, that up air. That's a pretty respectable distro in on that. It's going to turn right into a kill.
I don't even know how he found that up air, too. Tarik was doing such a good job, like, staying away from that kind of threat zone and waiting for Gluto to mess up right there. Tarik got a little impatient, tried to jump in on Gluto, saying, I can air-to-air, but that's what happens.
Yeah, not going to happen, man, especially when someone's center stage, right? Like, sitting right underneath that platform. It's just going to be harder to get that jump in, and that's really what Gluto was able to use to land that waft. And now is in this great lead here. Looks like he's potentially going to close it out with a 2-stock. We will see if Tarik can make something happen. Get chopped, you know, sometimes you got to have that daily frog. Good throw.
Just look how the lead snowballs. Once Gluto lands that waft, even if it's not to close the game out, just, you know you have to rush this man down. You're going to keep running into those hitboxes.
Right, because the second waft is charging, right? And that's the thing about Wario. It's like when you have to approach it because of waft, it's very situational, right? If it's last stock and the waft is online, it's like, oh, okay, well, you already have full waft, whatever. But in a scenario like this, you know, having that full waft, even in that final stock scenario for a recovery scenario, it just gives them an extra resource, even if you're not confirming into it.
Right, yeah, and even half waft is still such a potent option, so have to watch out for everything. And even the edge guards, geez, the down airs, Gluto's been doing that all weekend. I'm glad we're seeing way more down air usage from Warriors, because that move can be kind of ridiculous.
But the jumps before the down air was so impressive from Gluto. We see Tarik to go for so many stalls with the neutral B, right? So because of that, compensated with the jumps and then ripped the down air. Amazing timing from Gluto, and Gluto is so proficient at knowing that, because you have to be with Wario, right?
Yep. Very nuanced, right? Yeah, and like you said, he's good at threatening, right? All these different types of recoveries. You know, coaxed him to go low, and the moment he saw that, that goes for a dare. And obviously, we talked about the waft being an extra resource. In that kind of situation, if you have waft, and again, once you go low, that's a wrap. Like, if you're Greninja, you're going up with Hydro Pump, you're going to get hit, right? So, just another tactic that's going to be utilized from Gluto as we're going through as far as edge guarding.
Yeah, having no hitbox on the recovery is so
Very
bad for Wario in this matchup. Yeah, down air with a lot of power, man. The knockback growth on that move is crazy.
Yeah, and that's something we've seen him do a lot this tournament, particularly, like Snorlax mentioned, just the down air edge guards, whether it be a 2-frame, whether it be a drop zone. And then even, I know you were talking about it, Ben, but I love when Gluto uses waft to edge guard.
Yes.
Not only can you just set up untechable scenarios because it's so strong, but it also puts you back on stage. That is the dream edge guard move, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. It's so damn good. Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things that we've seen from Gluto. He's like made a lot more. He's gotten a lot better with his waft conversions in terms of like, he has a horizontal, he has a vertical, but then he just has just the raw stuff like, oh, I'm going to parry, you know, I may use a waft OS, or I may just edge guard with it, right? Making sure that he can use that resource whenever possible, so he's not pigeonholed into looking at only one win condition.
Right, yeah, I think that bike usage that we've been seeing this weekend is a testament to that too, Bam, right? Like, he's been using bikes in so many different situations and been getting better at like using the hard toss, soft toss, like leading up to any kind of edge guard situations, or even just a neutral, right? It's pretty insane how much Gluto's been innovating this character.
Yeah. All right, take opportunity. Oh, no one home.
Yeah, but you see the weaving. I mean, just Gluto's so good at abusing Wario's air acceleration. And again, using the bike to kind of block off these shurikens. That's one of the main things Gluto uses bike for. It's one, to extend his range, two, to block these projectiles, right?
Yeah.
All right, Tarik with a very sizable lead here. The forward air gonna finish off that stock here. Okay, now Greninja has some great low percent combos. Let's see what Tarik's able to string together. If you get that extra credit, if you make Gluto feel the heat, that's when we're gonna start to see his game plan crumble a bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And now he's gonna go into like 30% here for Wario. You know, he's got his little rage as well too. So a good dash attack right here can lead into a ton of damage. All right, good catch.
Something else I want to point out is Greninja's out of shield game is terrible, right?
Yes.
Normally Wario does kind of have to worry about how he's using his aerials to approach, and that's not necessarily an issue for him here.
True. Right. I did see Tarik get a footstool out of shield, right? But he missed input, right, and got a nair instead of a dare on that. But there are some things Greninja can do, but again, that's going to be on the more technical side and universal side. To your point, these general options are going to be absolute trash out of shield, which is why the character is always going to be bobbing and weaving most of the time.
I mean, and that's why we saw in like game 1, Gluto did a landing back air and then did an immediate rising back air, because what are you going to do? Like, there's no option right there.
Okay, wow, we still get the kill. Yeah,
didn't go for the up smash after the down tilt, right?
Tarik plays so good.
Yeah, very, very good.
Wow, 3 stocks to 1 here. Very different from this game 1 that we saw. Gluto pretty dominant. And okay, got him with the forward air there. No walk required, no big resources here. So down a stock, but
you know the vibes.
We're thinking that.
I tried to avoid it. Just think about Wario doing the Sonic pose. Like, that's such a cursed image.
No, I think Gluto doing that. You know the vibes.
I need a picture of him doing that, actually, for real.
So I think the big question here is he going to use the waft for the second stock or for the last stock? Personally, I think you do it to get yourself back in the game, and then you kind of slow play it to build up another one. But with only 3 minutes on the clock.
I feel Gluto loves to do it once he gets down. He takes 1 stock because the fear factor they have, right? Like, I think he just wants to take the stock. I feel like he does this a lot, where
Gluto usually saves it for last stock.
He wants the fear of God in your soul. Last stock, last hit situation.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, like, what you should do versus what works for Gluto, who is the master of mind games and controlling you with fear. Of course, no one can really glimpse into this guy's mind.
No, it's hard.
Ooh, that's a whole lot of damage. Okay.
Oh, the fastball would have been huge right there. Could have been weakened there into a smash attack.
Oh man, it doesn't connect on that down tilt up. So maybe that's why Tarik went for the fair earlier,
Yeah,
right? Maybe
interesting, yeah.
not as true here, but
Wow,
the neutral beat is going to do it.
Oh, and we're eating. Oh no.
Is it happening, boys?
Where the
Is it?
restroom at?
Yeah.
The walk vibes.
Oh, I can't find it. I'm not gonna make it, guys.
I gotta go.
Fart Phoenix rising.
Oh man.
Goodness, all right, 7% here. Just getting closer and closer to that, like, usually what, 40-50% range is usually when we see Gluto go for these waft setups, that up tilt, that up air. But we also see him starting with the Nair as well, right? And kind of go for the corner carries. I think for Nair to work on Greninja, I doubt it connects at these earlier percent, so Gluto's going to have to at least rack up 20.
Oh no!
No, wait,
no Tom's in sight, baby. That's
No
a wrap.
tubs. No gas X.
I guess Nair does work at low percentage.
You're right though, Charles. It is hard with a character like that because that character stays so low to the ground too, right? So getting that
I just assumed
initial,
that. Yeah, but I guess not. Gluto
Get the
was
camera
like,
off me, man.
Gluto was like, yeah, Nair works here.
Let me
Nair works
mold
here.
in peace.
Got him.
And
GG's.
look at this. It was the roll, and then he's like, oh shit, I gotta roll back.
The double roll.
Oh shit, I'm in the
Look at
corner.
him. You
Oh
don't
shit.
even know why he's moving.
Off a rising Nair, no less.
Hey, what's good, baby? Hold that real quick. Look at his eyes. Oh my goodness. Yo, you know it smelled crazy there, bro.
Could you rewind it? Did the second Nair even connect, or was that just Greninja like landing on the ground?
It was both. It was
Oh,
both.
okay. But no, but the second Nair hit only connected because Greninja is a fast faller and landing on the ground and has a landing lag.
Exactly. Look at him.
The restand.
Yeah, the restand.
Yeah.
There it
Oh my.
We are locked in, baby.
Bro.
And then
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Is it Rage Wario? Yo, look at his face.
He's so happy.
Bro is locked the fuck
He
in.
is silly.
So impact landing is usually like 2 to 4 frames. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Tarik could not shield here.
No,
but
no, I think it was done.
no,
I think
shot.
that was true.
Yeah.
True act.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, Gluto somehow bringing that one back
7%.
somehow.
Man.
Man, whenever I see someone double roll, they're jammed.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
you're done.
already showed your opponent that you just
yeah,
completely
yeah.
respect them and fear them.
Yeah.
It's a mental boom.
Yeah, like,
Yes,
take,
yeah.
take my life now.
Like, never double roll. Never show your opponent the fear.
Yeah.
You got to do the triple roll instead.
Oh, not
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Triple roll.
yeah, triple roll
You're
becomes
confident.
big brained, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Gluto, he's so opportunistic. He knows exactly how to look for those and clearly reaping the rewards. Tarik, though, going to run it back here to Town and City. I kind of like this stage for the matchup. I don't think that really had much to do with it, other than the fact that it makes Waft kill a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Which really mattered that last game. Yeah, specifically.
Very much. All right, we're going to step back.
But you do have the space, right? I do agree with you, Max. This stage has a lot of room to work with. Any character that's really quick and nimble, you want more stage to work with so you can just dash around and whip money,
Yeah,
right?
and of course, I mean, you can just go airborne too with that great full hop as well. From
Oh
Greninja.
yeah, Greninja has an incredible full hop and double jump. One of the best double jumps in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely.
timeout Greninja.
I was actually surprised he didn't just try to jump over completely. But again, like you said, the fear of God was in his soul. And you know, and he's like, cool.
That
Double
first
roll
roll was almost certainly an accident, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like a dash shield, but your hands are shaking because you're fighting the
Yeah.
bad man.
the
last
big
stock.
bad man.
Why did God give Wario so much gas?
Yeah.
What do they feed this guy, bro? That's what I want to know. Either way, game 3 here. Tarik still alive. There's still a chance, and a down tilt to up smash going to kick it off on the right foot.
Yeah, that platform almost screwed up that combo.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, that's the worst when you see a platform like screw up a Greninja combo. It's like, ah, dang.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
should have been a better character. See ya.
Down throw into Nada right there. Okay, this time we're going to go for up. Couple up airs to follow, and yeah, that does beat Wario's entire moveset clean from underneath.
The tracking
sir.
is so good from Tarik.
Yeah, you can see how high Tarik can put some of these up airs, right? Because of the full hop, because of the double jump height is just so crazy, and just how fast those jumps are as well.
Yeah, Greninja, one of the few characters that really can kind of chase almost everywhere, right? You see that kind of in VSS, obviously see it with Sonic too. Just extremely mobile, not just on the ground, but also in the air.
This is a huge lead for Tarik. Off-stage scenario here, trying to line up this back air, the bike trades, but there's no bike here. Maybe, but the platform coming to Gluto's rescue.
Just in time.
This transformation is the most messed up, by the way.
It is, for sure. People died so early on this one.
This is definitely the alleyway. That's the robbery.
Yeah, the alleyway and the stretcher way. Because like we've seen so many players get stretchered in this specific formation.
Grabbing someone on the platform right as it's rolling away is probably one of the best feelings. But when you get grabbed, you're like, why was I even there?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thought he was about to clap it up. Not yet.
Knocks off the bike though.
Ooh, the last hit of the forward air right there. Okay.
Glutonny knows how to bring back percents. Like, I feel like this man's never out. Of course, with Waft, but like, even without it.
The bike juggler.
Wow. Extra delay right there on the counter, and it's going to end up going through. But Tarik, his lead is slowly slipping away here.
Oh, the trade. Wait.
Still alive? No. Okay.
That was a gimp with bike. You gotta knock Wario really low, and I think that was a drag down trade because it was back air. So since it was a multi-hit, Property got the the drag down properties there. So wow, and Wario's not even a fast faller, so usually the floatier character is not as susceptible to that. But that was extremely clutch coming out from Tarik.
Yeah, back air is so messed up from Greninja too, because there are some like drag down like back air combos that like are true. Like back air forward smash actually just works.
Yeah, that back air drag down is pretty ridiculous.
Brutal. All right, let's see. Tarik, did you learn from the last game? Are you able to clutch this one out? I low-key think timing him out would have been a viable strategy last time around, but now we got 3 minutes on the clock and a very healthy Wario, so I don't know if that's necessarily on the table.
It's funny because we're saying, like, Tarik, can you clutch it out? And Tarik's the one with 2 stocks. Yeah. Can you clutch this one out? Like, 2 stocks to win? But you're absolutely right, Max. I mean, we've seen this scenario last game, right?
Yeah.
Feels like this guy's never losing until you see the victory screen, right?
Yeah, dude, Gluto lives for this, man. I'm telling you. Always, he wants to make sure he has the walk on deck last stock, dude. He wants to hurt people.
I swear he's an adrenaline junkie.
Oh, free. He loves it.
He'll lose the first 2 stocks on purpose just to feel something.
Just to feel something.
Oh no.
Gosh, damn it.
Oh, what's up?
Don't roll in. Don't roll in. Okay.
Where you at?
Never roll in first Gluto.
Look at him.
Never.
He's just chasing him. Okay, good catch there with the bear.
Oh, the turnaround on the bike.
No bike. There's no bike here.
Bikeless. He's going to have to use Waft to get back. Is he going to do it?
Oh, yeah, double jump.
Yeah, he has to Waft.
Wow. All right. Gluto losing his X Factor here. He's got to get it done in an honest fashion.
I feel like Gluto can do it too, though, in this situation. So good at like racking up the percent still. Even. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Still caught off guard anyway.
Good catch.
Jeez.
We saw Tarik not pull the trigger, knew the platform tech chase was coming, didn't throw out the up smash, right? Waited it out, reacted, got the up air after the platform drop, and then finished the job there. Very nice stuff, very clean stuff, and not getting too demotivated after that game number 2 was like, hey, I'm still in this set, I can still clean it up, gets on the board here.
Yeah, but I want to point out something. I do really like what you were saying, Snorlax. I do agree that, like, Gluto is still in a position where that's winnable, right? You know, and that
winnable.
Yeah, and I think that's why he does that walk, because it's either A, people are too shook and they go ahead and they just lose it, like he just beats them outright with the waft. Or because they're so shook and they pick their poison, they'll take the lesser of the 2 evils. He racks up damage anyways, and if he does lose waft, he's still in the position now it's close. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
So there's the like, you get the like the implicit and the explicit, benefits from waft, which is really so good for them. Good catch though there to close that out. 2-1, man.
Isn't it insane that like in this game the rate of rising is insane? Like characters that jump high get there immediately.
Look at that stress, bro.
Playing Gluto would be like,
I swear to God, it takes years off your life to fight this guy in bracket.
Oh, he's still there.
Tarik was like, I can't.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Win or lose, you're losing years off your life against this dude.
And it's crazy too, because the whole time you like have the lead, against most other players / characters, when you look at that scenario, you're like, oh well, you're fine, right? But against Gluto / Wario, the answer is you're not fine.
I think in this game too, like more people feel so comfortable when they're like down for some reason. Like if you're up like 2 stocks to like someone's 1, sometimes it feels even more stressful. Like I have to close this out.
I know Light likes playing from behind more than being ahead.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes there's pressure on you when you're winning. It's like, oh, I have to win. Like, shit. Like, I look so dumb if I drop this lead. Whereas you look really badass if you make the comeback.
Exactly. Because when you start getting momentum, it just feels sick, right?
I've heard too many players like say this, like, man, I just keep blowing the lead. Like, I keep losing the lead. Like, I just have to get better at playing with the lead. It's so hard to do, honestly, to keep up.
All right, so Battlefield is the pick here for Gluto. See if Tarik can bring this back to a Game 5. Gluto started the set off with a 2-0 lead. Coming in with the robbery on Game 2, KOing Tarik at about 7% before the Nair.
Nice. I like the situation Tarik set up right there, too, with the landing Nair. Might have led to a fair afterwards, but still finds the air dodge trap right and getting jabs against Gluto. But Gluto's still keeping the pressure alive, even with Tarik's great movement.
I gotta say, man, the games have been so even at the beginning, right? It's just like Gluto's usually ready to snatch it from you at the end. Last time we saw a different story, so maybe Tarik this time will be able to replicate that. Again, it doesn't look like it's out of hand yet.
Right. Also, another side note, just kind of unfortunate that we have both these players facing off because they're both Europe, right? Wish it could have been a little bit more of a mixed bag here, but nonetheless, both of these players have played a good amount against each other, but the fact that they got to play here at Watch the Throne, especially on the loser side of things as well.
All right.
And some new cheer, tries to get the up B out of shield. I love the forward tilts coming out from Tarik this weekend.
Yeah, true. I feel like forward tilt's kind of underexplored with Greninja. It's not necessarily fast, but it's just the fact that you put out a hitbox saying like, yeah, I'm gonna stand my ground. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I actually think it's like it's really just underrated because you also got to look at the nature of the character, right? The character is such a fast character, and so having something that has that kind of range, it's not the fastest tilt in the world, but it's also not the slowest one either. And it can set up situations where people are like, characters are going to be low to the ground, maybe potential tech chases, or in a situation where they're like at that short hop height where it's a danger to air dodge or double jump. So I do think that it's great that he's using it a bit more.
Another down air edge guard right there, getting so much mileage out of Wario's head. He's got a helmet on for a reason.
Are we going up? Okay. Oh, I think he wanted that dash, man, to really chase underneath after he got that initial up air. But
nice.
yo,
What the heck? What?
Greninja!
Damn, that sucks.
Man, I don't even know how that happens. Like I feel like when you're that high up there, you're definitely going off the top.
Right. Well, I think Tarik was just a little too far to the left since the tech roll was, or too far to the right because the tech roll was to the left there. Very unfortunate stuff. I guess there's a bunch of different variables when it comes to that up smash. It is unfortunate, but gonna have to shake it off here and try to get some kind of other confirm or a straight hit, trying to wipe off the second stock. And Gluto still has Waft online, has the lead as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this percent, I really feel like only weak neutral air is going to set up into anything. Otherwise, you got to hit that raw. So,
oh, man.
My God, so close.
Oh, no.
Oh, my extra soul.
Oh, it's just over.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy that like Gluto finds a hit and sets up like these terrible situations and not necessarily going for the true combos, but just going for the, I wonder if you panic here. And then afterwards just kind of puts you in that infinite vortex of like, oh, you keep panicking, you're eventually going to get hit by the waft.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, I was kind of talking about it earlier with the F-tilt, but that same applies. Like, that spot right there when you're, like, just above the ground is such a dangerous situation, right? Because if you air dodge, you do have moves at that point in time where you land, your air dodge is done, and you still get hit by active moves. If you double jump, you get caught, and now you got hit, you're airborne, and you don't have your double jump. So it's a real legitimate mix-up here in those kind of circumstances. So good stuff by Gluto to close that one out. But, man, his advantage is too damn good, man. This guy's just be robbing people daily, and you could see Tarik has seen it way too often. He's grown up seeing this man rob all his countrymen, day in and day out. So you already know the vibes, man.
I could be different, bro. I can break the curse.
I can roll in on Gluto.
Look at the
crazy,
down
though.
tilt. That's what makes this matchup so like difficult for Greninja is your like combo starters are all so low to the ground, but Gluto's always in the air.
They're great at punishing landings, but how do you track landings from a character like this with so much mobility?
Yeah. Oh, dude, Gluto, he's always been phenomenal at this, but I feel like when we saw him really kind of come into his own at the top level has been like the aerial whiff punishing. Like that circumstance right there where he tried to look for a fair, but just all the way back right in the perfect position for that roll, and then gets the punish. Good stuff there. But Tarik, man, what's going on, brother?
I just wanted to say, like, I appreciate the support a lot. I'm happy to be here. It's rough being a Tarik fan out here. I may need a moment, but I do want to say that I appreciate a lot that I even got in here. I just really want to say thank you because this opportunity has been a dream of mine. I may not have it one set, but I made it close against everyone that I played, and I'm proud of that. So,
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Hey, all love, baby.
thank you.
It's only up from here. It's only up from here.